Lakers insider Scoofy Lakers Nation, ready for today's bombshell news and red-hot rumors fresh off the press? Buckle up because today's story might just leave your jaw on the floor, so let's dive right into today's breaking headlines. The Lakers' playoff nightmare against Minnesota exposed what many of us have been screaming about all season. This team desperately lacks muscle in the middle. That embarrassing 117-95 beatdown in Game 1 wasn't just a bad night. It was a glaring spotlight on our biggest weakness. And now, the front office might finally be ready to address it with a move that could transform our front court. Word around the league suggests Rob Pelinka has his eyes locked on Detroit's 21-year-old physical specimen Jalen Duren. This isn't just idle speculation. Sources indicate Pelinka was actively pursuing Duren before February's trade deadline, but couldn't seal the deal. Now, with our playoff vulnerability on full display, that pursuit might kick into overdrive this summer. Let's be honest, Lakers faithful Jackson Hayes simply isn't cutting it. Sure, he can catch a lob and finish at the rim, but when it comes to battling the West bruisers like Jokic, Zubac, and Minnesota's Reed, he's getting tossed around like a rag doll. Our rebounding numbers tell the painful story every night. The front office clearly miscalculated by believing the LeBron-Luka superstar duo would be enough to overcome our center deficiencies. That Mark Williams trade collapse left us vulnerable, and opposing teams are exploiting this weakness with ruthless efficiency. Even if by some miracle we survive this Timberwolves series, does anyone truly believe we can match the physicality required to go all the way? Enter Jalen Duren, the bruising 6'10" force who, despite playing for the struggling Pistons, has shown flashes of becoming exactly what the Lakers desperately need. At just 21 years old, he represents not only immediate help, but a potential, long-term solution alongside our aging stars. Here's where things get interesting. Detroit has options this summer. Duren has a $6.5 million team option for next season before hitting free agency in 2026. While conventional wisdom suggests they'd keep such a promising young talent, Detroit's approaching offseason is unpredictable. With significant cap space and persistent rumors of pursuing stars, Kevin Durant's name keeps surfacing. The Pistons might prioritize different moves. Adding intrigue to the situation, Detroit already has Isaiah Stewart locked up through 2027-28, potentially making Duren expendable in the right deal. This creates the perfect storm for Pelinka to strike. The timing couldn't be more critical. LeBron isn't getting any younger, and the Luka acquisition made it crystal clear. The Lakers are in win-now mode. Adding a physical enforcer like Duren could be the final piece to transform this talented but flawed roster into legitimate championship contenders. What do you think, Lakers Nation? Should Pelinka go all in for Detroit's young enforcer? Would Duren provide the muscle we desperately need to battle through the Western Conference gauntlet? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're enjoying these exclusive Lakers rumors, hit that subscribe button to stay connected with all the latest purple and gold news. This is your Lakers Insider, signing off until next time. Lakers breaking news. Script thee. Lakers Nation, ready for today's bombshell news and some scorching hot last-minute rumors I'm bringing your way? Brace yourselves because today's scoop will leave your jaw on the floor. So let's jump right into the juicy details. Former NBA big man DeMarcus Cousins just dropped a take so hot it might melt your TV screens. After watching our Lakers get dismantled by the Timberwolves 117-95 in Game 1, Boogie had the audacity to suggest that Mavericks GM Nico Harrison may have been right to trade away Luka Doncic. Can you believe this nonsense? On FanDuel TV's Run It Back, Cousins specifically questioned Luka's defensive capabilities, asking, "As for Luka, was Nico wrong? I mean, on defense." Talk about a scorching take that completely misses the mark. Let's set the record straight here. While Minnesota did shoot lights out, hitting 51.2% from the field and an absurd 50% from downtown, pinning that on Luka is not just unfair, it's flat-out ridiculous. Every single one of Minnesota's 42 three-point attempts was classified as either open or wide open. That's a team defensive collapse, not a one-man problem. The facts don't lie. Doncic was literally the only bright spot in that disastrous game. One performance. While the rest of our squad looked completely overwhelmed, the Slovenian sensation dropped an efficient 37 points on 12 of 22 shooting, grabbed 8 rebounds, and added a couple of steals for good measure. He was the only Laker shooting over 50% who played meaningful minutes. Remember what this guy accomplished just last season? Luka carried the Mavericks all the way to the NBA Finals. That's the caliber of player we have in purple and gold now. One bad defensive game doesn't change the fact that he's a generational talent who elevates any team he's on. The real story here is what's happening in Dallas after shipping off their franchise cornerstone. The Mavs had a 70% chance of making the playoffs before trading Luka, but wound up missing the postseason entirely after losing to Memphis in the play-in tournament. Talk about a catastrophic blunder. Even more telling is the apparent discord brewing within the Mavericks organization. Owner Patrick Dumont is reportedly furious that Harrison either didn't warn him about potential fan backlash or completely underestimated how beloved Luka was to the Dallas faithful. In his end-of-season press conference, Harrison admitted he had no idea how much Doncic meant to Mavs fans, a shocking confession that suggests he might be the most out-of-touch executive in the league. The word around NBA circles is that Dumont has lost faith in his GM, and Harrison's days in Dallas could be numbered. Meanwhile, our Lakers are absolutely thrilled to have Luka on board and remain confident he'll lead us to victory in Game 2. What do you think, Lakers Nation? Is Cousins completely off base with his take on Luka's defense? Will Doncic bounce back and help even this series on Tuesday? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're enjoying this exclusive Lakers coverage, hit that subscribe button for daily updates on everything purple and gold. The playoff battle continues, and you won't want to miss what happens next.